That's the story today.
Yes, but Greg Gard, if he doesn't stop Juwan Howard, if he just lets him walk by him, because Juwan Howard pulls down his mask and he's like, I'm going to remember that.
No, I'm going to bleep and remember.
Yes,
in a threatening, ominous tone.
I'm going to blank and remember that. And Greg Gard stops him.
Let me ask you a question. If you were walking through the hall here at FAN, right?
Yes.
And Spike or Boom or anybody that
Yes.
we work with, they're like, Teak, I'm going to effing remember. As they walk by you,
Okay,
you wouldn't be like, what happened? What are you talking about?
Yes, but he knows what happened, and he knows what he's talking about. That's the
Okay.
difference.
Well,
he knows
yes,
exactly what he's talking
I
about.
actually absolved Greg Gard
No,
fully
no
now.
chance.
No, like
No
yesterday
chance.
I said suspend him.
No chance.
Now I'm happy he didn't get suspended.
No.
He didn't deserve to get
No,
suspended.
Greg Gard-
I'm happy he's not suspended.
The only reason this thing got escalated the way that it did, and we'll get to...
It's because Howard's got a temper.
Of course he has a
Yes.
temper, but sometimes you just got to let a temper be a temper, right? Don't address, don't negotiate with the terrorist that's throwing a temper tantrum.
I just
That's what
think
I always
he
tell
want-
my wife about my kid, by
What's
the way.
that?
Don't negotiate with the terrorist. when she's having a temper tantrum, just let her have a temper tantrum.
Unwinnable battle.
Exactly. Don't try to stop her, because then things are going to get said, it's going to get ugly, and you're going to be screaming at each other, and it's going to go terrible.
But the
right?
other side is then they get away with whatever they want. So you've got to delineate when do I actually step in and when do I let this go off the back of my...
Brooklyn has actually gotten...
I don't mean your kids. I mean
But
in general.
Brooklyn has gotten actually pretty good at calming herself down and then coming back and apologizing.
Oh, that's
It
great.
wasn't that way 6 months ago. For whatever reason, she's matured.
Yeah,
So-
we're seeing like notes left around, like I'm sorry,
Yes,
mommy or
exactly,
daddy,
exactly.
or suddenly something will be clean.
And
Whoa,
by the way,
interesting
that's what
phase here.
Greg Gard
Stay
should
in
have.
this phase.
That's what Greg Gard should have let
Now,
Juwan Howard
stop.
do.
All right, well, either way.
Let him win the post game. Look, Greg Gard dominated this game. Dominated the second half.
We know, they
dominated
killed
the
him.
end of the game.
I got it.
And then he had to win the post game as well.
No.
Yes, he did. That's why he stopped him.
He wanted to know why he was really pissed.
Did he really have to know why he was pissed? You knew why he was pissed. I knew why he was pissed.
All right.
Everybody,
Maybe he didn't
everybody
like
in the
being,
arena
mother
knew why.
bleeped up and down. I don't
Andrew
think anybody
Catalan
really
knew why he was pissed.
So he's got to just take it. Okay, you can say whatever you
But
want
it
to me.
doesn't
I
matter.
don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Well, it does, though, apparently. Listen.
Why?
Here's my
It
issue.
mattered to
Forget about
Juwan
Greg Gard.
Howard.
Forget about Greg Gard.
You can't absolve
Okay,
Greg Gard.
so we disagree on that.
Yes,
Just
go
to
ahead.
push it forward a little bit. We
Yes.
disagree a little bit there, right? The reason why Michigan wussed out here, two reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, last I checked, the Big Ten doesn't pay Juwan Howard. Michigan does. So at the end of the day, they are fully in control of what they do.
Yes.
Okay.
$2.2 million to be exact.
Yep, and the $40,000 fine, who cares, whatever. I got a question for you. Now, I don't know the answer, but I think this is an interesting part of the equation, all right? What if there were 11 games left in the regular season?
Mm-hmm.
What's Juwan Howard getting hit with?
11 games.
Okay, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's my belief as well.
Yes.
Now, again, it's a bit of a guess, an educated one, whatever. We don't know for sure. But I believe they took the easy way out by just saying, well, regular season, fine. If there's 9 games left in the regular season, I think he's getting banged with 9. If it's 11, I think he's getting banged with 11. And like, listen, and we're not doing this for 4 hours here, but to me, when you position it as a collaborative decision with the league and both universities, dude, be accountable for your own house.
Yeah.
The guy threw half a swing, half a slap, but he's in charge of young men. He is, whether it's right or wrong, the most visible, along with Harbaugh, like the moral compass of the university. You got to be more buttoned up.
Yeah, you got to be more. Look, I don't disagree with this at all. I believe that Juwan Howard should have been suspended more. The fine is insignificant. It doesn't matter. It's all about him taking away his ability to do his job, because he is paid to be the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines basketball team. We know that, but he's also paid to be the example for these young men. And when you go into, we talk about this all the time, right? When you're recruiting young kids out of high school, you're talking to their families, mom and dad or uncle or grandmother, whoever it is that's taking care of these kids. I'm going to bring your kid to Ann Arbor. We're going to grow him into a man. Along the way, he may become a great basketball player and have a chance to do whatever. All the coach speak was they try to lure top talent. But the first thing that they always say is that we're taking care of your son.
That's right.
And that's what Juwan Howard is paid for. And he's setting a horrible example for his kids. That warrants a suspension, because that's also what he's paid to do. So I don't disagree with you.
Okay.
I just can't absolve Greg Gard for not
I'll
letting
even
him
meet you halfway
to
on that.
letting him stew.
All right, I'll even meet you halfway there. So what, Gard should have been 1 game?
No.
Okay.
No, Gard should have got nothing. But I'm just saying.
So we totally agree on that.
But Gard started this. Guard.
Well, no. Juwan Howard started it.
No.
Juwan Howard started it.
Okay, hold on.
Because Juwan Howard called the timeout a month ago with 55 seconds to go.
I agree.
When he's up 20 points against Indiana.
I agree, but that's
he's got to reel
I don't
it
know.
in, dude.
I don't know the circumstances of that.
But you need to. But here's the thing: when he had the issue with Turgeon from Maryland, right?
Yes.
You know what he said was, and I get it, but you can't keep framing it this way. I'm from the South Side of Chicago. Listen, I wouldn't last a week in the South Side. I'm not trying to lie. I get it. It's tough, and every day is a fight for your life, literally.
Yeah.
But you're not in the South Side of Chicago.
What happened?
You're in Ann Arbor.
What happened with Mark Turgeon? I don't remember that circumstance either.
I
I just
don't even
remember. I just
what the
remember
hell
it being a big
Who
deal.
cares?
But
Juwan Howard was totally wrong, and he did say, "I'm going to bleep and kill you."
Yes, but the details with this in this Wisconsin game matter. We know that the game was not chippy, but it got chippy because Wisconsin was blowing out Michigan, and they kept pouring it on to the point where the starters. I forget who it was, knocked down a three-pointer to make it a 19-point lead.
With how much time left at that point?
It's
like a minute and a half? 2 minutes?
2 minutes or something.
Okay.
And they're celebrating.
All right. Well, so what? Do you want it to be all dour that they're beating the crap out of Michigan?
No.
Oh, what a miserable day. We're beating our rival. Damn it.
But here's the
Come on, have some fun.
That's what first tipped or tripped it for Juwan
Howard.
It triggered him
because he was like, before.
Look at these guys.
Come on, man.
I mean, yeah.
You think he tells his guys to stop celebrating when somebody hits a three and they're up 16 with 4 minutes to go and the building's going crazy?
Yes.
Dude, come on.
I mean, if it's the backup, guard left the starters. These mechanics don't matter.
But they do.
I'm just
you gotta
explaining.
Understand that it's a
BT,
game.
I'm just explaining why it got so heated. So it got so heated because guard left his starters in when they were blowing out Michigan. They had no chance to come back into this game, right? And then they're blowing out and they're celebrating like the continuation of the blowout. Then he calls a timeout. He puts his subs in. So Juwan Howard counters and he presses them.
Okay.
Right? And they're getting steals, and all of a sudden it's a 14-point game, and all of a sudden you get the timeout with 15 seconds left. I mean, whatever it may be.
15.
And Juwan Howard is pissed.
Nah, he lost his composure. Stop making excuses for the guy. He lost his composure again.
And all he wanted to do, all Juwan Howard wanted to
was shove 5 knuckles down somebody's throat.
No. All he wanted to do was let Greg Gard know, you piss me off, wait till we play again. Ooh. That's all he wanted him to say. That's all he was trying to do. And then Greg Gard stopped him. And that's what set him off.
But they have a good relationship,
it
by the way.
matter.
No, I think it does.
It doesn't matter.
Context matters.
Maybe, but in that moment.
Familiarity matters.
Okay, if you walk in one day and for whatever reason I pissed you off yesterday, and then I know you're pissed off, and you're walking by me and you're like, T, you don't get in my way, and I stop you, it's only going to trigger you.
No, it wouldn't. Because no, because of the way we know each other. And
well, they don't have that good of a relationship.
Well, that's true. I mean, it's like they're on opposite. I get that, but your point about having comfort and familiarity, and listen, now we're going down the rabbit hole of ridiculous Twitter videos where people splice together handshakes at the end of games. I understand that at the end of the day, this is a lot of nothing, but it would really be a lot of nothing if Michigan did the right thing, which in my humble opinion, they didn't. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and
that's all I'm saying.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying we can't absolve Greg Gard of responsibility for furthering,
inflaming,
further triggering Juwan Howard.
All right. 877-337-6666. So it is 10:12 on this Tuesday morning. Tiki and Tierney live inside the Town Fair Tire studio. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Could he have been fired? Do you think he should have been fired?
I would not have fired Juwan Howard. But now I sit him down and his representation, his agents, and I say, guys, this is the last strike.
This could never happen again.
Anything remotely like this again, we will have no choice but to fire you.
Yeah,
but no, I would not have fired him.
Yeah, I mean, he's got and it's a shame because Juwan Howard he's been mostly good. I won't say he's been great since he's come to Michigan because his first year he was 500. This is in the Big Ten. 10-10 his first season in the Big Ten with Michigan. Second year he's amazing. I think they went 14-4 or something like that. Maybe even 15-5 that year. They win the Big Ten championship, a Big Ten regular season title. It feels like, man, this program's just going to take off from here. And now they're kind of back to average, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're just an average team. So I can't say he's been amazing. But
especially when the guy before him was pretty good.
That's exactly right. Beeline was fantastic for continuity was amazing there. But he's a Fab Five kid, who's come home and been a Michigan man.
Yeah, it's a great story.
And it is a great
Don't
story.
ruin it.
But you also know what a Michigan man is.
What?
It's someone who is. I mean, winning matters. Obviously, I'm not going to say winning doesn't matter, but it's not always about winning. This is how Jim Harbaugh has survived all these years at Michigan.
Yes.
With mediocrity.
If that was at LSU, he would have been gone. If that's at Alabama, he's gone.
No doubt.
Buckeye's gone.
Without a doubt.
It's more about comportment.
It's
I
comportment.
agree with that.
It's crafting, great young men.
Yes.
It's having them be beyond reproach. It's no problem children. It's all of these guys. It's all of these, characteristics that make you feel like a Michigan man. Now that may be an inflated, whatever.
But it is.
But
it's a little whatever.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
So at the very least, your coach needs to display that.
I agree.
And he doesn't.
No, not too often.
And he hasn't enough.
He melts down, man.
And so,
it's crazy.
I think he's on 2.5 strikes, even though it's only been 2 issues.
Yeah.
Any little thing, Michigan can't help but move on from him at this point.
Yeah, but you talk about Michigan man. The Michigan men and women running Michigan need to make sure that their messaging is on point so that it's consistent.
That's right.
With the moniker of Michigan men.
Which is why.
And that means handing out the right punishment.
Which is why you said yesterday he should be suspended for the rest of the season.
I did say that.
Postseason and potential NCAA tournament included.
See you next year. But that didn't happen. Okay. Bob is in Greenwich on the Fan. Let's get it cooking on a Tuesday. Bob, what's going on? How are you today?
What's up, fellas?
What's happening, Bob?
Before I crush you, I'm a big Tiki Barber fan. Loved you at the Giants.
Thank you, brother.
Giant I ever seen, besides Bill Sims and Lawrence Taylor.
Yes, those guys were, kind of.
However,
go ahead.
These coaches, Howard is the aggressor here. Howard is the one who provoked this. He tried to bully that guy. He's twice his size. He stopped him. He gave him a veiled threat. What would you do if someone did that to you?
No. Hold on, Bob. Juwan Howard tried to walk past Greg Gard.
After he dropped an F-bomb at him.
Comment first.
Yes, he did.
He did.
Yes, he did. So he was the aggressor.
Yes,
he was.
But he tried to walk past him.
But after he started the aggressive nature.
Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt. He tried to walk past him, and then Greg Gard stopped him.
When you're an alpha male like Howard is,
yes,
an alpha male who's twice the size of that guy, he tried to intimidate him and bully him.
Yeah,
listen, I know.
But Bob, doesn't the outcome of the game just tell you enough? Like, yeah, you can try to bully me, but look at the scoreboard. That's all right. That's okay. Look at the scoreboard, right?
No. This is where Howard should set an example for his men and just walked away, no matter how angry he was.
No doubt about it.
But
no doubt about it.
He confronted this guy. He towered over him. He's trying to intimidate him. Do I think Howard should be fired? No, I'm not into this wokeism.
Yeah.
People terminated for their mistakes. He's made a few.
Yep.
He should be gone for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Well, this one was so egregious, Bob. You're right. This one was egregious. You don't throw a punch.
No.
At somebody when you're the head coach of the University of Michigan.
I don't care if you're the head coach of Kingsborough Community College.
But particularly if Kingsborough College, we're not going to know about it.
Bed, by the way.
We're not going to know about it.
Yeah, actually, we would.
Maybe.
My dad works there.
Locally, we would. Yes, you're right. Your pops would be called up. Mr. Tierney. What's up, Mr. Tierney?
Oh, yeah.
You can believe this guy threw a punch? Oh, he's got to be gone.
Oh, my dad would say the same thing. Got to bounce him.
Exactly. But when you're the head coach of the University of Michigan and you throw a punch?
Yep.
Come on, man.
It's unacceptable. I'm with you. Although Jimmy up in the Bronx says Tiki's right. Jimmy is on the Fan with Tiki and
Get
Tierney.
my back, Jimmy.
What's up, Jimmy?
Well, I know the guy in Michigan is wrong, but if you watch that video, Wisconsin coach steps in front of him as he's trying to walk by.
Yes.
So the Michigan coach should have got, but the other coach should not have gone unpunished because he made a physical confrontation with the Michigan coach first. Regardless of what was said, he stepped in front of that supposed bigger man, who he's bigger, but he stepped in front of him, and if you look at that video, to block his path.
Yeah.
So he should, at some point, have been, he should have had some kind of penalty. He should have not walked away.
Yeah, but hold on a second.
I think he was fined. I think he was fined.
I think he got hit with some money. But Jimmy, when you say blocking his path,
watch the video. He steps right in front of him.
Well, Jimmy, hey, hold on, Jim.
And grabs his arm.
We're also splitting hairs. I mean, when you have a line of handshakes, invariably there's going to be moments where you're right in front of the other person. You make it seem like they're complete opposite ends of the court.
Look at the video.
Dude, I've seen it 20
When
times,
he's
dude.
walking by with his head down.
I've seen
he says
it.
Somebody wants to walk by him.
Jimmy, I've
the
seen it.
Wisconsin coach steps in front, walks over, and steps in front of him to
Yes.
block his path.
Yeah.
Because
You
he
know
was
what? Somebody
threatened.
says something like that to you. You're the better man. You let it go in one out,
All
and
right.
you walk and walk away.
Because
Especially
he
when you won by
He
15.
should have been suspended as well because he was just he made an aggressive move.
He
as well.
shouldn't have been
So
suspended.
He's not
Just
innocent.
stop.
Yeah.
Come on, Jimmy.
He's not
Suspend
innocent. Jimmy,
Greg
you're right.
Gard.
He's not innocent.
Get out of here with this.
I'm not
I mean,
saying.
come
I'm not
on.
saying Greg Gard should have done anything, been suspended or even I mean, maybe fine, but whatever, because he was part of this in a sense, but not suspended. But you can't ignore the fact that Greg Gard is the reason that Juwan Howard ended up doing what he did.
No, the reason why Juwan Howard wound up doing what he did is because Juwan Howard has no self-control.
Yeah, that too.
I
but-
mean, that's the main
True.
impetus behind this thing. I mean, come on. North Brunswick, Mark is on the fan. What's up, Mark?
Yeah, this whole thing started when Juwan Howard grabbed Wisconsin's head coach by the vest. And then he let go, and then he backhanded him on the chest slowly. But when you have to have 3 or 4 people hold you back, and then you take you try
swipe.
to bitch slap the coach in the face, it's out of control. And then to not even mention it in the post game when you have a chance to, clear the air,
Yeah.
maybe apologize, maybe, hey, things got out of hand. I was wrong. I should step back, maybe seek some counseling, mention something. He just, it's these are coaches in leadership positions.
That's right.
And, it shouldn't have, that is the worst way it went down.
Yeah,
And
everything
for this-
wrong. Everything
this is a
that
slap on the wrist for just to say, oh yeah, come back for the playoffs. Come back for finals.
Yeah.
It's a complete joke. It's and I don't know what the reason is. What other reason could there be? Like why do they? Why
Because
are they,
because they're greedy.
tiptoeing
They
around
want
it?
to win.
Yeah,
They're greedy.
Yeah, at
They
the end of
want
the
to
day,
win.
at the end of the day, Michigan knows that without Juwan Howard on the bench, it lessens their chances to win the Big Ten tournament title. Which then
Did you say tournament? You said tournament. Ugh.
tournament
There you go.
tournament title, and also limits their ability to get into the NCAA tournament because they're a bubble team.
That's
right.
right. Listen, Phil Martelli's very, very good, very qualified, but he's not Juwan. It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
I got you. 877-337-6666. Tiki and Tierney just getting going. I've got I saw a great article. I've heard nobody discuss this. It was very off the radar. But the future of baseball, and it's a great day to do it. We'll do it a little later. Aaron Rodgers with his corny Instagram post. What else is new? We'll get to that as well. You want to get us on Twitter at Tiki and Tierney? Go for it. Yeah, that's it. 877-337-6666 right here on The Fan.